Hi, this is MTB214. Thanks for stopping by my channel. I saw the new movie Venom: The Last Dance on Saturday night. I was busy over the weekend and Monday night too. I wasn't able to make the video yet, but it was definitely a cool movie. I just wanted to give a quick review of it. It was funny. I didn't realize that the same actor Tom Hardy does the voice of Venom as well as himself. So the movie had some good music in it of popular songs from like oldies and more newer songs, which was cool aspect of it. It seemed that the theme was like about like their growing like friendship of Tom Hardy's character, Eddie Brock, and Venom. That from the last movie now they're on the run from the police, and they have different adventures together. You could definitely see how both of them are like happy to have each other in each other's lives, which is good. It like brings like like a bromance friendship to it, which is cool. And I definitely like that there was some humor to the movie. There was some action. The special effects were cool. There was some other characters in it too, like a woman scientist who I think she might be in some future movie because I don't know who she is from Marvel, but in it, she's a pretty girl, blonde hair. It shows her and her brother as kids. I think that they're like fraternal twins, and that there's some accident with a lightning strike. The brother died, and like she survived, and she has seems like some lightning power because he had to like lightning like in her fingers, which was interesting. So I was like, I think that she's some sort of superhero and like didn't come out yet or something. I don't know. But and there's some other symbiotes in the movie as well that the government has them captured, and one is used to heal this guy. Like some, it seems the government has been trying to do experiments to heal, to like use the symbionts for their own purposes, and most of the people didn't like survive with like being having the symbiote put into them. One person does, and it's a different of the kind of alien that Venom is. And the government, like the general, goes to speak to the scientist as well, and what the symbiote says to them is like, oh, like there's gonna be trouble coming, and it's some sort of alien that's like looking for. They don't know exactly, but it's an alien that's looking for Venom and Eddie Brock because they're like combined as one. It's called a key. There's another word for it, but that they that alien would want to use Eddie Brock and Venom to like to get free from being in a prison. So like he was sort of an enemy with the aliens, symbiotes like Venom and the others, and he was locked away, and that he's trying to escape now, and he has some like crazy sort of weird giant insect monsters that are come to Earth through like from a different dimension through a portal, and they're trying to get Eddie Brock and Venom, and they only see them when they're like Venom is let out, and Venom is just like sort of like in the photo there with his head out, talking to Eddie. That it's not really showing. They're not signaling to those creatures where they are, and there's some crazy scenes with that. Like they're on holding on to the side of an airplane, and then um that alien monster goes and sees him and like flies up into the air like 20,000 feet or however much it is, and is on the plane fighting against Venom. And then Venom and Eddie Brock go jump off of there like skydiving without any parachute anything down, and that alien monster is like sucked up and like destroyed through the plane engine. But it actually doesn't die. They're like invincible. Like when it's like back on the ground, it like reanimates, comes back together, and so Eddie Brock doesn't die because Venom goes and makes like a parachute for him to be able to like land safely, and different adventures happen in it. They meet a family that like plays a pretty significant role. Martin, his wife, and two kids, and like the kids aren't really into like going to Area 51, which is where the symbiotes are stored underground by the government and being tested. But so he's going there, and he actually helps Eddie Brock on his journey because they're going to the East Coast, and they're in like the desert, which is Nevada, is Area 51, I'm pretty sure. Um, and then different things happen with them, and like he's like, oh, like Eddie is kind to him, but like thinks that they're sort of crazy, and Venom's like, oh, like this is a good, nice, kind family, and I'm happy that like I've met them, and the boy goes to like Eddie, the son, and asks, oh, like or like I don't want to meet an alien, I'm scared, and he's like, oh, like they're not real, don't worry about it, but actually, and then Venom's like, oh, like you'd be a good dad, like saying that, like you said the right thing to the kid to calm him down, and that family later gets to Area 51 when Eddie Brock is there when he was captured by the government and like split apart from Venom, and then those aliens come when looking for him there, and like different trouble ensues. Then the other symbiotes go in with soldiers and different of the scientists and like to fight off the alien and help Venom and Eddie to leave. Different things happen with that. There isn't gonna be this spoiler alert. There's not gonna be another Venom movie. Well, that's why it's called The Last Dance. That should give a hint about that. That like Venom leaves Eddie, and he gets like sort of possesses one of those alien monster creatures, and then puts it into like some sort of chemical thing to kill it, and then like he dies in the process, and then Eddie's on his own now, and like he wakes up the next day or however long it was, and like in the military hospital, and he's like, hey buddy, like buddy, and then someone in the government says, oh, like he's not coming back, like you're on your own now. If if you breathe the word about any of what happened with the Area 51 with this to anyone, that like we're gonna kill you. Sort of is what the government guy said. I think he's like high in the military or something. It doesn't really mention, but then Eddie Brock is on his own, and him and Venom wanted to go see New York to see like Statue of Liberty and stuff, and Eddie is on his own. He goes to New York. He sees Statue of Liberty from Battery Park, which is in New York City, and it closes about that. Like he made it to New York, and he has a new life. He's been like exonerated from his crimes. So it was an interesting movie. It doesn't look like there's going to be any more with Venom, but there are other symbiotes, and like that woman in it, the blonde scientist. I think there might be some movie with her, or like she might be in some other sort of movie, because like she had some like electrical power, but I have no idea who that would be. I'm not really like huge in depth in Marvel. I know more about DC than Marvel, but it was definitely a cool movie, and like to see the dynamic of like the friendship of Eddie and Venom growing together, and that like have their last dance, their last adventure. So I definitely would suggest that checking out the movie. You'd enjoy it. I like the music in it. The story is nice. I think it was about an hour and a half, hour 40 to hour and 50 minutes, so like not too long, and it had a nice flow to it. Went smoothly. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. Check out my previous videos, and I do like movie reviews, figure and accessory reviews, dioramas, book reviews, Well, thanks for watching. Have a great night. Take care.